live at the Fire and Ice podcast, man.
La 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 la.
We live at the Fire and Ice
That's
podcast,
that
man.
Jamie Foxx shit, right?
There's certain moments
That's that Jamie Foxx shit.
Kevin.
Yeah, man, that's what I make Kevin Hart shit.
There's more than
That shit
moments.
tastes like
Fellas. Countdown went through already.
it's automatic. There's 8 o'clock. La 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 la.
Yo, welcome. This
La
is
la
the
la
Fire
la
Ice
la
Experience.
la la.
Thought-provoking Black culture journey, sports entertainment, current events, politics. If it's out there, let's talk about it. It's your boy Tuesday Night P. We back on Tuesday nights. That's not important. It's the esteemed Fire and Ice to my left and right. The boys are back. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. It's the Tuesday Night Titans, man. The one take
Yes,
Titans,
sir.
Live legends, man. It's us.
Yes,
We are them.
sir.
This is not just a
Say he
podcast,
is I and
show.
I am him.
This is a show, man, not just a podcast. It's a lifestyle show. Get it right. This is a lifestyle show. Okay? You know, we do big production here. You know, as Cam said, this ain't no podcast. This is a production company here, man. Live from Studio 7 for all your recording needs, video needs. Get at them on Instagram, Facebook, all that. We have a great show for you guys today, I think, man. So walk with us as normal, as Fresh would say. Walk with us. It's your guys.
Let's see a little bit of that yak. I mean, killing.
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
Oh man, it's a good day, man.
Good day. Weather
Good
breaking.
day, man. Yeah, weather breaking,
on, man.
spring
Hey, man, Put the
here.
guns down, man. Let's not act stupid. Put the guns down, man. Weather breaking. I get it. Niggas want to go
Spring
outside,
here.
man. Let's be sensible about this, man. Let's enjoy this summer. You know, let's enjoy this spring. Let's enjoy this summer. You know what I mean? How you feeling, bro?
Feeling marvelous, man. I'm feeling marvelous. You know, it's Tuesday night. I got the butterflies in my stomach when I woke up, but I knew when I got here later on tonight to all the people out in Portland, Maine, all the way out to Spain, I want to give you a hello and how are ya?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. To all the people out there jamming in Bucharest, man, and following us out on Twitter and following us out on YouTube, following us on Facebook, man. We appreciate it. Taking this walk with us. I think we have an exciting night for y'all. But as we always do, Fresh, go start this off, man. How do we start this off, bro? I'll start us off like we normally do, man. What's got you on fire today, man?
You know what, man? I've been a little public with my struggles with trying to quit the nicotine, but this one here is smokers need love too. And but really though, I mean, I understand we're a dying breed, and actually, you know, I've taken steps to try to, you know, at least I've definitely curtailed my tobacco intake. But you know, it's still legal, and you can still smoke cigarettes, man. I've actually went to some places over, you know, and been around some places in the recent history, and I'm like, damn, I gotta walk 3 blocks from the establishment to smoke a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Well, of course, I'm not walking 3 blocks away from the establishment. I'm probably just walking 2 steps away from where I'm not supposed to be. And like, but yo, smoking is legal. It's fucking legal. Like, how the fuck is you going to? You can't smoke here. Dog, I'm not even on your property. It's like, but the people here can see you. Like, man, fuck these people seeing me smoke cigarettes, man. Smokers need some motherfucking love, too. It's legal. It's legal. Now, if you can smoke, you can walk up and down streets legally and smoke weed. Why the fuck can't I walk up and down the streets legally and smoke cigarettes? Smokers need a little bit of love too. I understand it's not sexy anymore, motherfucker more. You're not the badass anymore who smokes cigarettes. You're just addicted. Yeah. But why the fuck we gotta go all the way to motherfucking Alaska to smoke a square? You feel what I'm saying? Why the fuck I gotta get on a train and go to Bucharest to smoke a motherfucking cigarette? It's a cigarette. Motherfucker blow a big ass motherfucking Cuban cigar in your motherfucking face and it's all good. But cigarettes, they want to look at you like, oh, you got Ebola. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's a fucking cigarette. Damn. Us cigarette smokers need some goddamn love too, man. That's what the fuck got Fresh on fire, man. Had me on fire, man. I made sure I plucked that motherfucking butt right at the motherfucking door steps of the establishment, man. Playing this shit with y'all is cigarettes. Give a fuck, man. No, I understand, man. Like I said, I'm even trying myself to stop, slow down. But give us a break, man. Give me a motherfucking break, man. Give me a fucking break,
I can dig it.
Give me a break. Whew.
All right. Cool. Calm down, bro.
Excuse me, man.
I'm gonna give you all an update. My ankle is okay. I resumed my voluntary workouts. I'm able to laterally move side to side gingerly. So if you see me out and about, and if
I've
I'm
been watching them videos too.
somewhat gingerly, know that the left ankle.
Checking for you.
She watching World Star.
Ridiculous and all
World
that.
Star.
Yeah, I'm watching ridiculous and all that. People, my peoples might be on
I
here.
see my man lay across 3 motherfucking
My
tracks.
baby on here. We made it.
All right, though.
We made
I'm good to
it.
hear, man. I'm good to hear you back in fighting, almost in fighting shape.
All right. I'm good. So, with that being said, let's get with some shenanigans.
Before we get to some shenanigans, before we go there, I want to give a special shout out to Fire Nice's brother, man, JT Matthews, man. He graduated Friday, man. That's a brother of ours. That was something very significant, man. He's always shouting us out. We know. Thank you for reminding us that we the best podcast in the tri-state every week.
Podcast, bro.
It's an experience, but every motherfucking week, good brother is in there like swimwear mess. I just want to show the love back.
So he can stop posting them ball face selfies.
Man, look, I'm not gonna lie, man. That was part of it. There was part I was like, man, yo, you deserve some hair in your face, man. I was glad to not keep looking up and look like he was gonna snatch somebody's kids.
Yeah. All you needed was a white man.
But yo, on a serious shit though, man. Shout out to JT, man.
Bro.
Congrats.
Congrats.
On to some tomfoolery, shenanigans, and quick hitters, man. So, we know Jimmy G got traded to Las Vegas Raiders, right? So, I'm a fan of Jimmy G now. And I'll tell you why. Not for the obvious reasons, but we all know that Las Vegas has a certain segment of legality that exists, undercurrent. Apparently, Jimmy G is about to be the beneficiary of that for life.
We talked about that last week.
Jimmy G.
Yeah.
He are we inducting him into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Jimmy G is inducted to the Hall of Fame, man.
Lifetime Strange, man. That gets you in.
And lifetime
Strange, man. That gets you in.
So I just wanted to personally induct Jimmy G into the Hall of Fame, man. Fast.
Jimmy G.
Salute.
Yeah, absolutely. So, moving on, we have transgender people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know we now have transabled people?
Man, you got to educate me on that.
I have to educate you on that?
Yeah, man.
Cool. Because you know what? I'm willing to do so.
Please do.
All right. So, what transabled is people that are becoming disabled by choice. So, just like a transgendered individual may feel like they're one way, a transabled individual are doing bodily harm to themselves to become disabled. Oh, this is a thing. This is a thing. Case in point. There's a gentleman cut off his right arm with a very sharp power tool. What? Man, he now calls himself One Hand Jason. Let everyone believe it was an accident. When he cut off his right arm with a very sharp power tool, he had everyone thinking it was an accident. But he had for months tried different means of cutting and crushing the limb that never quite felt like his own. Training himself on first aid so he wouldn't bleed to death, even practicing on animal parts sourced from a butcher. My goal was to get the job done with no hope of reconstruction or reattachment, and I wanted some method that I could actually bring myself to do, he told the body modification website blog. His goal was to become disabled. People like Jason have been classified as transabled, feeling like imposters in their bodies, their arms and legs in full working order. We define transability as a desire or need for a person identified as able-bodied by other people to transform his or her body to obtain a physical impairment. It says Andre Barreau, a Quebec-born academic who will present on transability at the Congress of Social Sciences and Humanities at the University of Ottawa. The person could want to become deaf, blind, amputee, paraplegic. It's a really, really strong desire. Researchers in Canada are trying to better understand how transabled people think and feel. Clive Baldwin, the Canada Research Chair in Narrative Studies and teaches social work at St. Thomas University and Fredericton, New Brightonwood, has interviewed 37 people worldwide who identify as transabled. Most of them are men. About half of them are in Germany and Switzerland, but he knows of a few in Canada. Most crave an amputation or paralysis, though he has interviewed one person who wants his.
Oh, where was you going to go? How?
Another wants to be blind.
Now, first of all, I want to say mental health is real.
Yo,
mental health is real. I want to say, man,
I'm at the studio.
People out there, if you understand that you only get one chance on this earth,
I'm at the studio.
I would implore you to live this one chance on this earth with all your limbs so you can completely experience the human spirit experience. With that being said, body dysmorphia is a form of mental health issues. This is a very extreme form of this body dysmorphia when it's not really attached to gender. You feel what I'm saying? It's not attached, like I don't feel like a man or woman. I feel like a dude with one arm. That's body dysmorphia. More to me, no science involved. I'm no scientist, but to me that sounds more of a mental health issue. Like, why would you want to disable yourself? Why do you think you failed with all of these tools you have? Why do you think if you failed with all of the tools you have that you cannot succeed with all these tools? So when people say, I want to chop my arm off, my sitting here armchair analysis is that is a huge mental health red flag issue on their behalf.
Thoughts, bro?
What countries you said this was?
Well,
you said Sweden.
This has been going on. I mean, it's worldwide right now. This is Sweden, Germany, Canada. In the late 1990s, Scottish surgeon Dr. Robert Smith amputated the legs of two patients at their request. While the surgery involved National Health Service staff, each patient paid nearly $6,000 for their procedures. Wow.
That's mental. That's like a mental problem to me. Like, I don't know, man. Hey, man. Like, really, each his own to me. What I'm saying, each his own.
True.
Because if you, that's the same thing as a motherfucker want to cut his penile off, or a babe want to cut her breast off.
Now that's what I was saying. I was trying to.
So it did. So just to distinguish those body parts, only we know.
This is literally.
Nah, I'm just saying we all know that the transgender such and such is the body parts and all that. You know what I mean? The gender. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Who was to say? That's what I'm saying.
Their mental makeup is to say that they don't feel. Theirs is specifically centered around the gender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This
That's
is
what I'm
more
like.
or less
But
body dysmorphia, like you said. Like they don't feel comfortable having two working arms. They feel like they should be disabled. They should only have one arm or one leg or one eye or blind.
that's what I'm saying. Who's to say? That's what I said. To each his own. Because just like they could say,
something strong, man.
like they could say, man, I just want my arm cut off. You want your dick cut off.
Now I will believe.
You know what I'm saying?
See, he's not.
I feel like you said, I feel like a one-armed guy. You can't.
A one-armed guy. But you feel like a
Yeah,
guy.
a guy. You feel like a guy.
I understand that.
Afterwards, just a one-armed guy.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if you're saying those people have a mental disease, then the other people should have a mental disease.
I personally, we discussed that 2 weeks ago. I personally think that's accurate. I think that if there's some mental, because so just like I said, the individual that says, all right, well, I've got 10 different personalities in me, right? Why is that a mental disorder? But the person who's born a boy wants to be a woman.
Nah, it's just.
I don't know. That's just me.
That's just crazy, nigga.
Some sort of mental. I don't want to say because disorder is strong. I want to. I gotta find the words. Because I don't want to say disorder because that's too strong. I don't want to say disorder.
It's a mental health situation.
I don't want to say impairment. I don't want to say disorder because I don't want to make them seem out of place. I just think that mentally there is, I want to say issue, but I think there is an irregularity there. Can I say irregularity?
That's fair. That's fair.
It's the lesser of all the evils, or irregularity.
That's fair.
All right, I want to say mental irregularity because I don't want to say impairment. I don't want to say issue. I'll just say an irregularity because that's not normal according to normal societal standards. And I know that's not the end all be all, but we have to classify it somehow.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's fair. I mean, man, I ain't Webster's. You know what I'm saying?
I like to think I am sometimes. I like to think we are. We can be.
Nah, that's what I said, man. It's just each his own, man. Let people live the way they want to live. If he want to live with one arm, and you know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is, man.
And that's something that Iceman sort of kind of just brought it to me and brought it back. I also think there is at least a little bit of mental health, and like I said, it might be too strong to say disorder. But I'll say a mental health situation when you think that strongly about some things. I just feel kind of like Iceman as well. Like, if that's how you feel, you want to do that, feel free. What I can say is, I believe you will have a lot more fulfilling life with all your limbs and all your faculties working. Even if to this point in your life, you have been unsuccessful. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I believe. I'm like, dog, there's going to be a day that you're like, damn, I wish I had another hand. Just for that one instance.
You know what I'm going to say to combat that? You know what I'm going to say to combat that?
Okay.
The mental perception is what's really going to determine what's complete. Because to us, complete is 2 arms, 2 ears, a nose, 2 arms, 2 legs. But if there's a mental irregularity, complete may mean something totally different.
Something abstract, something.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a perfect word.
Asymmetric.
Yeah. It may be because just like an artist, they don't deal in absolutes. They deal in
the margins.
In what the mind constructs. And the mind, we still haven't uncovered and unlocked everything that the mind. Because the mind is something different, man. Like, just for a topical analysis. Like the mind is just vast, man. Some shit we just really only try to comprehend. You know what I mean? Like the capacity of the mind. Like for the most part, man, they only say like because we all know they only say we only use a small portion of our brain.
You know what? That theory has been debunked. I mean, it's fair to say, or it's even true to say, we use only 10% of our brain.
I don't think
power
it's 10%.
at a time, but we use our whole brain. We got several different parts of a brain. You know, you got the medulla, cerebrum, cerebellum, cerebral cortex, all different. We know there are different parts that work. They just don't all work at the same time or at the same functionality.
My boy, man.
Nah, because you know when you sleep in some things are turned. So when you sleep in some things are turned off. So that might be where only 10% of your brain is working. But I can tell you what, when your ass is being chased by a bear and you got motherfucking gasoline drawers on with steaks in them, your whole brain is twerking. Your whole brain's working.
You trying to come up with engineering tactics?
Man, what can I scale this motherfucking 17 feet wall in two? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you
have to. And the mind is going to have to propel the body to do some miraculous shit. But moving on. So, y'all familiar with Mandy Mayhem?
No, I'm not.
No.
I can't just figure out where it's at.
I'm gonna give you a second.
You said Mandy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab your phones. I'm gonna give you a second. Mandy Mayhem. She is the white woman that quotes hardcore lyrics, man, and she raps, right? And you gotta watch her to really, really have an opinion on this. You gotta watch her because it's a fine line between like. Is she offensive or is it like, or does she just appreciate the culture? Mandy Mayhem, look that up, man. While y'all just chill, we're gonna park that there. Mandy Mayhem. She got bars, but she's a very older white lady.
Now,
she's very passionate, or is it? I don't know. You tell me.
Now, is she reciting her own gangster lyrics?
She has bars, but she recites. She's very passionate and she goes in on like she did Jigga Man's.
Can I ask y'all a question before y'all even get into it?
Good.
What's the difference between her and Eminem? He's a passionate white rapper.
Well, that's all.
Nothing really. You know,
but that's why I asked. Do you?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm cool with it. Listen, I'm cool. Listen, man, I'm cool with white people rapping the N-word if they following a song and all that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with if the white girl raps real hard. That's what made Eminem famous. So when we're gonna stop with her?
I'm just asking. Because I saw the discussions and I saw some opinions on her that, you know, oh man, this ain't, you know, she making a mockery of rap and that. But then I heard her own bars and I was like, it just sounds to me like a white woman that is a fan.
Paying homage.
Yeah, she appreciate the culture.
So
you don't come up to me, you know, like that type of creativity when it comes to rap. She's into it. Find a clip, Fresh. Find a clip, man. Find a clip so the people can hear it. Let the people hear Mandy Mayhem. Find a clip, man, because I mean, it's something you gotta hear. You gotta hear. If you watch it, man, give me your opinion, man. Put your opinion in the comments. Mandy Mayhem. Go on Instagram. She goes hard as shit. Now, some people may look at it and say, man, she ain't going hard. That's bullshit. Or, I don't know, some niggas might say, like you said, it's an appreciation. It's like, why not give her the same sort of respect that we've given to Eminem?
Yo, I want to pick and choose my words very carefully right here, but I've had something on my mind for a while about the hip hop thing, and I guess how it references to race. I'm not from the Bronx. I'm not from New York. I'm not from the Mecca of hip hop. I am not. I am a person who likes to think he is somewhat of a purist. definitely a connoisseur of hip hop.
Okay.
Of hip hop. A lot of people like to
Now
think.
let's not confuse rap with hip hop.
I was gonna say a lot of people like to think that hip hop music is the only thing that is hip hop. And like KRS One says, hip hop is a culture. It's not something you do. Hip hop rapping is something you do. An MC raps in a hip hop culture. I am hip hop. You are hip hop. So many people are hip hop.
This is the explanation to all of you young fellas who always like to say or point out that, you know, we may be dressing young. We are hip hop.
We are hip hop. We are the hip hop culture. What we do is hip hop. The way you wear your clothes, the slang you say, where you hang at, all those things are hip hop.
The swag.
And what comes out of the culture that you've made from what you say and hanging, all those kind of things, now comes something that may be on a bigger level, how you write your name, the music that you partake in, the music that you let be played at your functions, the way you said dance at these functions is a culture. And the music that those people who live that culture, or the art that the people who live that culture reflects the culture. So I say, from a person from Wilmington, Delaware, who was a purist of hip hop, I say, well, there were white people who were at the inception of hip hop as well. I'm not from New York or the Mecca of hip hop, but spray painting or burning, tagging as they call it, white people was there. Not a whole bunch of them, but there were some iconic white people there. Breakdancing and all those kind of things. Not saying there was a whole bunch of them, but I'm saying that it's inception. They were
Low one up.
every record company at that time.
They was the right Jewish people was the record industry. It might not even and that's what I'm saying. It might not even be hip hop, but
John, niggas that was holding loud records was in the hip hop scene. And then, you know what I'm saying? Tommy Boy was white boys that was in the hip hop scene. Rick Rubin. Def Jam was a white boy that was in the hip hop scene. And then, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me get my people to invest some of this bread.
It was in the ground floor. You had to be in the ground floor to pass those sort of
you know what?
That know-how and not, hey man, look man, I'm on the ground floor of this shit.
To
I'm
take
in on this.
let me take
your best interest to.
Let me take people behind the scene. Give them a little hip hop history from your boy Fresh Fire. I'm not sure y'all understand hip hop's musical inception was necessarily created by Jewish people. Now, what you choose to believe, and the information is out there, but what you choose to believe, and this is why I say, man, maybe Jews get a bad rap. Jews were also put out of many, many industries themselves. So they also and often did a lot of business with black people. Now, when they get to the hip hop, particularly, what they say the white big record companies didn't want to deal with hip hop. We'll give that to the Jews. The Jews said, well, look, this is the only thing they letting us do in music per se, or doing entertainment. That's what it was. Entertainment. Right. They ain't let y'all on. We'll let y'all on. And the part is, I'm like, well, that was just the music business. If you got raped, you would have got raped just like the same, like you did from a white company, as you did from a Jewish company, or from a black company. Hence Sugar Hill Records. But I digress. So what I'm saying is, when it comes back to white people being involved in hip hop, and I'm not saying I'm the gatekeeper. I'm just saying there was white people always around in the culture.
You've just been schooled by Fresh Fire. Moving on. Moving on. Let's get to some more serious shit, man. To the agenda. Let's get to the agenda. First and foremost, bro, as we always do.
I think I might have some.
You gonna give him a clip real quick? Give him a clip real quick. Give him a clip.
You know what?
I think it's important because, like I said, you gotta really understand. You know, her.
I don't get it though. I don't get it. I don't get it. A white guy is considered one of the best rappers of all time. So why would you question any?
But for some reason, there's umbrage.
Well, it's as things come along, and she is to me, at her age, I haven't seen anyone at that particular age with this sort of passion. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't people out there like that, but like I said, she is the one. She has a large following. She's got a pretty large following for her passion regarding hip hop. Now, some people don't think it's authentic. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen a lot of rappers and a lot of performances. It looks authentic to me. That's just me. I could be wrong. But
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. People be thinking, they're the gatekeepers and things, and I'm like, man, it don't really go like that, man. It's a culture. It's a culture, and this is the one thing, like you said, like white. If you was the one white family that grew up where I grew up, and you did all the shit that I did, hung where I hung, and all that, guess what you got? The right to say some shit that some other people may not have the right to say.
pull it off. Let's move on then. Y'all don't.
No, because I just like I know who complaining, but it don't even matter that they complaining. It's black people complaining. Oh, she making a mockery out of us. Oh, she. Man.
Maybe mayhem, y'all. Maybe mayhem. But I feel like Iceman, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not a gatekeeper.
We'll put a clip up later.
Yeah, but man, I ain't really.
We'll put a clip.
I'm not a gatekeeper of hip hop or really of any art. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's what I'm like.
It ain't no gate. fucking commercial and all that is not in the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. I look at Sports Center. Motherfucker can't say, oh, that white guy up. Man, Max is hip hop. You see what I'm saying?
Got a hip hop.
That's what I'm saying. But you see what I'm saying? Who am I to say?
We got to remember the original hip hop influence. The original hip hop influence on ESPN.
Nah, but what I'm saying is,
shout out to Stuart Scott.
what I'm saying is, you can look at you can't just look at people and say they're not hip hop or they're just culture vulturing on hip hop. Motherfuckers say Lion Cohen a culture vulture. How am I a fucking culture vulture and I carry crates for Run DMC? I carry the crates.
I don't understand. Listen to that part. I don't understand. I can tell you. I can tell you why. I can tell you why because I can tell you why they term him that. Whether it's
because I'm saying, but
I can tell you why. I mean, it's been explained why they call him. Well, I don't think he's mainly been called a culture vulture, but they.
What? He is the culture vulture.
He's the face of.
Yeah, they don't talk about nobody else like that.
Chuck D, Liar Cohen.
They don't talk about nobody else a culture vulture by name.
A lot of other people, but he's like the main person who I would consider more of a culture vulture and not Leroy Cohen.
Who?
Who was the head of Interscope?
Iovine.
Jimmy Iovine.
I couldn't call him a culture vulture.
This is
because in his teens, if you look at his teens, he was
okay. That's different. If that's the case,
yeah, he was running around doing.
If you haven't been in the culture, if you haven't been like Leroy Cohen is immersed in the culture. Leroy Cohen, despite what some may feel is his shortcomings, he's been immersed in the culture. He's been in the middle of the culture. If you're saying what you're saying about Jimmy Iovine, and Jimmy Iovine has a hip hop background, then yeah, because you got to know where hip hop came from, and as far as what you could very well.
Jimmy Iovine sell records.
That's what I said. So if I'm making business, if we doing business together, I'm a culture vulture.
No,
that's what. Even if Jimmy Iovine don't know,
the culture is what we talking about. Exploiting.
So give me how Jimmy Iovine exploits the culture.
Because my original.
Nah, but even if you didn't know what I just said, give me an example of him exploiting the culture.
Okay, if you have zero background in the culture, sure, it's everybody's American right to make money.
Okay.
I ain't telling nobody they can't make money.
Okay.
Now, if I had zero to do with hip hop, I wouldn't care what Jimmy Iovine was done. But that's my preconceived notion, which you just dispelled.
Nah, but if
there's let me finish. You said there's photos of Jimmy Iovine immersed in the culture, and he is hip hop. So by that definition, he's not a vote. He is immersed. He has a background in the culture. But someone with no background in the culture that's literally just funneling money into it to make a buck off of it with no sort of that's just me.
No.
Let me see. This is what I got.
So basically what you would basically like to see is, which ain't wrong, is black owned people that's involved with the hip hop culture running record companies, or white people immersed in the hip hop company and immersed in the hip hop industry running companies.
Because I know for the most part we're still as late as it is in 2023, we still don't have enough black executives. We don't have enough black label owners. So we still have a long way to go with that.
But what I'm saying is that's what I was saying.
There's a level of purity.
Nah, that's what I was.
With hip hop.
That's what I was saying when I was saying about the commercial shit. All these white boy executives going through the building are hip hop. They know more about hip hop than us.
Yeah.
They know about them underground niggas and all that, going through trying to make up to the ranks to be vice president.
Would you say that now in 2023, or would you have
That's
said,
how it
you would have
was.
said that in
No, that's how it was. Wu-Tang,
1997.
they just showed you in Wu-Tang. What's the name?
Down since Run DMC.
The nigga who ran Loud Records was a hip hop head. He was like, yo, I'm so into hip hop, I'm gonna tell my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad. That's what I'm saying, Eric. These little white kids are running around in the clubs. They seeing the cats that we don't even know until they blow. They know these niggas from the ground up.
I can't remember.
And they running through they in the record company. They starting off real low, and they working their way up.
And they're like, yo, this is some new shit for you to make some money off of, Pop. But these dudes who really doing the leg work is hip hop.
Yeah,
Hip hop.
That's what I'm saying.
That dude sell records.
That's how.
If I sell records, if I can sell,
That's why I said these little white niggas.
As long as, so you said it's a pipeline to end up, an individual with a real.
I put it to you like this. I put it to you like this. Every motherfucking record company didn't get onto hip hop. Every record company didn't get onto hip hop. The ones that had people immersed in the hip hop culture said, "Oh, you know what? My son is going hard for who? The Wu-Tang Clan? Okay, fuck it. Here, take this money." Now, they don't really care about who the fuck it is. They just like, oh, a new revenue stream, hip hop, cool, no problem. We already have made tons of money over here. Now the person who was immersed in hip hop is the one who stood on the table for hip hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
the other people,
they just business people. Yeah, we just business motherfuckers.
They sell records.
But the motherfucker
I got
who
a Christmas album with Elmo on it. If the motherfucker gonna sell, I said I'll put all the money behind that.
And that's what I started knowing. That's why I said, like, I can't say that no more. I really don't know, because it's so many people. It's a Chinese nigga right now know how to break dance better than me.
You're not very good at breakdancing right now.
Nah, but I was good. I was good in 85.
You're not good now.
In 85, though. That's what I'm saying. He more hip hop. He like, yo, nigga, you ain't.
I posted some shit the other day. This shit was amazing.
But that's what I'm saying.
Japan versus like South Korea.
There's so many different. You can't be like, yo, because these little white kids is growing up in the midst of hip hop, growing up like in Eminem, growing up like in that dumb, you know what I'm saying? And they in the hip hop, growing up like in the Migos, Lil Uzi Vert and all, yo.
They into hip hop because that's the hip shit. But a lot of people who not around here where it wasn't close to the money of it, they were allowed to experience a lot more of the culture of it. And still experiencing the culture is the culture. You can hear MCs and DJs now will tell you hip hop culture, like the artistry of it, is thriving in other places besides, more than, like, you go to Germany. They were like, I couldn't sell out a motherfucking $40,000, 40,000 seat joint here. I go over there and I ain't even got a rap. They don't even speak English and know all my motherfucking albums. This was last Wednesday. Go to Japan, these motherfuckers, they break dancing, got shit going on. I go to Denver. These motherfuckers showed up late. Yeah, they sold out. Motherfuckers shot some motherfucking people. I am the head of the hill.
It's hard. It would be hard to distinguish a true culture vulture.
It's hard
for the sense of the word, for the sense of the two words that where people try to use them for. It would be hard. It would be hard to find that guy. Yeah, it would be hard to find that guy unless you know him, unless you hang with him. You're like, right. Man, you don't know nothing about hip hop. You bullshit. You whack.
Hip hop got long legs, man. Hip hop got long legs.
Oh, you just hang with me. You just a vulture. You just like what hip hop bring to you. You know what I'm saying?
Now here's the thing I say to you. Why do you think people who just funnel money into hip hop and not a part of the culture, why do you think and I know some of them are, because they're just like, yo, I don't give a fuck about that shit. They're like, keep that shit away from me. Fuck that N-word shit. You know what I'm saying? But there's money to be made. That's a culture vulture, so to speak. Now, someone who ain't going to a party, someone who ain't never ran a label, someone who ain't never went to somebody's mama's house to sign them in Marcy Projects, how can that be a culture vulture? I put on the culture for someone to vulture it. What the fuck are you talking about? So, if there's going to be somebody vulturing from this motherfucker, I position myself to vulture it. Ain't nobody calling Jay-Z a culture vulture. He just positioned himself to vulture it. I made enough money around this time as you go.
Oh.
Puff! I don't gotta write rhymes. I write checks. E40, Master P. They don't even rap. Well, Master P wasn't even rapping like that. They culture vultures. I'm just putting a whole bunch of money into the culture. Now I ain't carrying no motherfucking records. I might pay the motherfucker who do, but I ain't carrying no motherfucking records.
Yo, that's the one thing I can say about them white boys. They was deep in, like, yo, you carrying records for Run DMC? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Everybody think Rick Rubin is the white guy who necessarily started Def Jam with Rick Rubin. With Russell Simmons. He was the music behind it. He was the music behind it.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Lyric Cohen, not saying he was as big as Russell or anything like that, because they all was sort of kind of you know, Lyric Cohen, well, not saying I'm the Jewish guy, but I got some connections. So I'm going to carry these motherfucking crates and all this shit, but Russell Simmons is my man. I am the culture. There's a famous picture out there somewhere where Lyric Cohen got his arm around Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons got his bucket on. This is one of the reasons why I wear a bucket. And blood is coming from his nose. A lot of people thinking that picture is, you know, he just got bumped in his nose. He said, no,
Sniffing
man.
that blow.
Said, me and Russell just got finished sniffing blow. Nigga, this is like 83.
Just coming off the disco era.
That's what I said. He was at that,
vulture?
man, he was backstage at that Fresh 84 tour. You know what I'm saying?
I want to put the LEDs in there.
Yo, he was there. Like,
Lyric Cohen? I don't know if I can sit here bold face and tell a motherfucker he's a culture.
yeah, but it's hard for me. Like I said, unless I know the nigga personally.
Say that about Lyric Cohen.
But I can't just look at a nigga or see what a nigga doing, because I don't know. Niggas they be in the hip hop, man. They be in the hip hop,
especially ones our age. You know what I'm saying?
Especially the ones who get those jobs at the record companies. They be into that music shit for real.
You know how many people you got beat out that love fucking hip hop?
Yeah.
White or Japanese or Spanish to beat out a motherfucker from the Bronx? That was something that they used to tell my motherfucking brothers, Flex and Hated. They was like, yo, y'all from states away. This from across the street can't get in these buildings. Y'all got a meeting with who today? And y'all going back tonight? Damn. They're like, you see that dude out there right there in the lobby? Yeah, he came in here every day for 3 years straight. This man can't get past that fucking door. You need to know some motherfuckers out here who love this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. You can't fake it. You can't fucking fake it because there's somebody out there that, nigga, I know who Farside is. I know who Razzcast is, just like I know who Ghetto. They know, they gotta know that too, because you know it. They know they gotta know more than you.
Yeah, they gotta know more than you.
They gotta know more than you.
And the white boys, they play them backpack, up and coming, finding a new nigga, finding look what's popping and all that. You know what I'm saying? So when they do finally get a job somewhere, they keep checking back in, looking. oh yeah, I got him. Let me go
Yeah,
talk
they
to him
caught your vulture.
and bring him there.
Like I said, I
Such
can't
and such.
speak for. I'm nowhere near the gatekeeper, but I'm just like, man, I from what I remember, from where I was standing, there was always a lot of different faced people. It was if you was brave enough to go down on the motherfucking subway on the 3 line or wherever the fuck and spray paint that shit, nigga, you was hip hop. Period. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, we can't bring the white boy. Nah, he might have got all the motherfucking spray paint cans.
Yo, because that's how I used to think about Vanilla Ice. Until I seen old clips before Ice Baby. He was trying to fucking rap. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Shit. I'm a rapper. You know what I mean?
Real rapper. Like
I can rap. Like
I can traditionally rap.
yeah,
I can sell records.
I could rap. You know what I'm saying?
Sell records at some point.
Yeah, so I don't know, Coach, man.
Moving on. Hey man, but that's the dialogue.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Man? What you watching, man?
I'm still watching about the same shit, man. When I'm checking anything new out, I didn't. You see that shit Swarm yet?
No, I haven't watched Swarm.
That's the Donald Glover shit I was telling you about.
I have not seen Swarm yet. If anybody watched Swarm, man, chime in. Let us know how you liked it. Is it a must see?
Yeah.
Is it must see TV?
It's a catch it because it's interesting.
What is it? It's on Hulu, right?
Yeah.
Hulu. It's on Hulu.
What else, man? Snowfall still checking Snowfall out.
DMF wrapped up.
Yeah, now I can watch it because I ain't watching none of them.
You ain't watch none of it?
Nah, because I've been checking the other shit. That's why I was like, I let some shit build up while I watch some other. You know what I mean? Watch some other shit. What else did I watched that shit on Netflix the other night though? I watched the whole season in one night. I mean the whole The Night Agent. The Night Agent. It's on Netflix.
What's the rundown?
It's about a guy in the FBI. He gets you know what I mean, his superior asks him to work on a desk. It's like a desk for their night agents, the motherfuckers in the field, spies and shit. So he just manned the phone. Homegirl happened to call the phone for her aunt and uncle who was a spy, so he tried to protect her. That shit real.
Okay. The Night Agent?
Yeah, The Night Agent.
Hey, man, if you watch The Night Agent, man, let us know. Let us know, man. What you watching, Fresh? You watching anything new?
Snowfall.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Uncle Jerome.
Rest in peace, Uncle Jerome.
Oh man.
For those that don't know, Uncle Jerome got killed. You gotta know if you watch.
Yeah,
it was building up.
It
was building up.
I want to see how this plays out.
I got remember the motherfuckers like, yo, there's at the car shop, and the car kept circling this shit. Homeboy like,
yo,
Homeboy was like, yo, that's about the second time they done came round. He was like, yeah, Uncle Jerome popped the trunk, got the joint out. He said, yo, man, he said, and what, nigga? Uncle Jerome said, and what?
Uncle Jerome got out, man, got off on it. Nigga jumped in the car, said, you need to teach your man how to squat. Uncle Jerome he's a real OG on that motherfucker, man. He really was putting that way.
And it's crazy.
It's supposed to be bitches and titties.
I respect Jerome too.
Yeah.
Because from day one, he ain't want that shit.
He wanted to be jamming Jerome.
Even before that, season 1. He like, nah, I don't fuck with her. Fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. I'm cool with my weed.
Fuck with your auntie.
I'm cool with my weed.
My radio.
I'm cool with my weed.
He just wanted to be jamming Jerome, though.
You know like, yo.
Once he got the Radio Shack type shit, he was Gucci. He ain't want nothing else. He ain't give a fuck about how much they blew up or none of that shit.
I definitely respect Jerome because he never wavered. He ain't never wavered. You know what I'm saying?
I do this shit for a little while.
Jerome
Uh,
smacked shit out.
you, Louis.
Jerome smacked. He double backhand this nigga. Whack, whack. The rest,
You don't do shit, nigga.
That nigga say, "Hey, what?"
Right, that's
smack. He double smacked Franklin in the diner, nigga. Like, nigga.
That might be my favorite character, Franklin. But I think the motherfucker overall, nigga, would. I'm like, damn, I really fuck with
Rome backhand.
Rome, man.
Uncle Rome smacked.
They all got
backhand
their little
this nigga.
special shit. Man, Gustav. Man, Gustav, man.
Yo, he got pulled.
Man, Gustav on that shit, nigga. Gustav, like, shit, I'm always going to tuck for me. Fuck what y'all talking about.
Better
There's
be.
a lot of niggas with some quotables on that shit, man.
Yo, that motherfucking Reed.
I fuck with Cuddy too.
Yo, Reed King, man.
I fuck with Cuddy. Cuddy was hard. Hey, I didn't know that Kane was Norm Nixon and Debbie Allen's son.
Yeah.
Well, he's not Debbie Allen's son.
Nah, he not. Now you know him, Nixon, yeah.
Nixon's son.
That's my
But that's-
baby.
but
He played his pop in the Magic Town.
Y'all fuck with
Y'all,
him.
he played Norm Nixon. Y'all,
That's a good nugget.
y'all, he played his dad.
Wow, I just realized that. Wow.
And look, that's crazy because that's when I first really started seeing him, and now I see him.
Wow.
Now I see him and like, yo, yeah, that's what I said. Now I see him, you know what I mean? Yo, and to jump back on some other shit when we was talking about actors in the movie, man, Carl Weathers, man.
Carl Weathers?
I forgot all about Carl Weathers, man.
Former athletes is actors?
Yeah, Carl Weathers, man.
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers was a star.
Carl Weathers, man.
He was a star. Action Jackson.
Listen, Carl Weathers.
Rocky.
Carl Weathers in Predator.
Predator.
Carl Weathers in Predator.
That's what I'm saying. He was Carl Weathers was a star.
He's a made man. He's a
He was the black nigga.
Hold on. Carl Weathers still doing it.
Yeah.
Carl Weathers is in the Mandalorian right now as we
oh
speak.
shit. Get out
Yeah, but I'm like,
Mandalorian as we speak.
I'm watching something. And they listen, and they ask the same question we ask. Niggas watching on the low. They watching on the low prime time shows, yeah. Yo, but they asked the same nigga was like Carl Weathers. And everybody looked like, yeah, he played from the Raiders, a linebacker from the Raiders for like 83 to like 80, you know what I mean, like 89 or something like that. Like, oh yeah, Carl Weathers, yeah, that shit, he up there.
I mean, his 3 movie run between. I mean, his era run between the Rocky movies, fucking Action Jackson, and then the Predator. That's hard.
Yeah. That's what you
hard.
made.
You. First of all,
He got
sandwiched
4
in
Rocky
between.
movies.
Sandwiched in between 2 of the greatest action stars ever. You got your own action,
He got-
which Action Jackson was the shit.
Yeah. That's what I say. He got 4 Rockies.
Action Jackson.
The
was
first
shit.
4.
And to keep it a buck, shit, Creed is based off of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's,
His name was Apollo Creed.
yeah.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah. One of the greatest adversaries.
Yo, and they copy all the Rockies. You peep that?
And just flipped it.
But shit, why not?
Yeah.
You got to reinvent the wheel. It's a cash cow.
That one I wouldn't mind. Like, just keep that, man. The Rocky series is, if you could just make them good,
It's gonna be
keep
another
them
one.
in
It's
that
another
same vein.
With Sylvester Stallone, because apparently a lot of people said this last Creed was incredible.
Get out of here.
They said
With
this
Jonathan
last-
Majors.
Jonathan Majors was incredible.
Hmm.
They said this shit was tough.
Jonathan Majors. You've been in
What's the name? He directed it. He did his own shit.
They
Michael
said-
B.
Michael
Jordan.
B.
They said this.
He directed
Now
it.
Sly wasn't in this one, but
Yeah.
Sly said he on the next one. But they said this shit was tough.
Well, Sly was probably putting together Tulsa King.
That could be because motherfucker said Tulsa King was tough. I ain't got a chance yet. You know what I mean?
Tulsa King.
This summer I'm going in, nigga. This summer
Yeah,
I'm
Tulsa
going in.
King.
With 2
I
series.
like Tulsa King.
I'm not gonna lie. I think my motherfucking TV watching days is pretty much a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I binge watch something. But I have 1, maybe 2 shows that is like tune in TV.
This nigga tripping. Power is back on. Well, Ghost is back on.
I got binge
Ghost is back on. I made the mistake of course, watching it, and now I gotta watch every fucking week. I hate that shit. But yeah, what else? What else out there, man? That niggas need to watch, man. Chime in the comments. Let us know what else is out there. But that's a perfect segue because Jonathan Majors is in some major shit going on right now, man. Kang is going through some shit right now. Damn. Now the latest is that he was the one to call 911 to the Manhattan apartment after the arrest, right? The attorney for Jonathan Majors released a new statement Tuesday on. Well, let me back up. Let me back up. For those that don't know, Jonathan Majors was in some deep shit for accosting a young colonizer, apparently an acquaintance of his that happened to be of the non-melanated preference. So, an attorney for Jonathan Majors released a new statement Tuesday on the actor's behalf regarding the Manhattan arrest that landed the Creed 3 star in handcuffs over the weekend. 33-year-old Majors, whose acclaimed role in the 2020 HBO series Lovecraft Country vaulted him into the ranks of Hollywood players to watch, was cuffed Saturday on charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment stemming from a dispute with a 30-year-old woman, authorities have said. Cops say she told police Majors attacked her in Chelsea. His lawyer said the following day that there was evidence clearing him and sought to drive home the point that Tuesday by addressing what representatives called some incorrect reporting around a 911 call to NYPD. To set the record straight, as confirmed by one of the women's own written statements disavowing her allegations, it is Mr. Majors who called 911 due to concern for her mental health, Chaudhry's statement said. The NYPD said the woman suffered minor injuries to her head and neck. Majors was released from custody Saturday night following his late morning arrest, the same day at which point his attorney also denied the charges. Further details on the relationship between him and the woman weren't immediately available. Majors just started a 2023 Ant-Man movie and has 2 Avengers movies currently in production. After breaking through 2019's The Last Black Man in San Francisco, he starred in The Five Bloods, The Harder They Fall, and last year's Devotion. He also stars in the recent Sundance Film Festival.
What you'd like to bring you down.
Magazine Dreams due out in December. Following his arrest, the Army pulled a newly launched advertising campaign with 2 ads featuring Majors' narration. Its enterprise marketing office said it was deeply concerned by the allegations and added that while the actor is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we pull our ads until the investigation is complete. The Army ads titled Overcoming Obstacles and Pushing Tomorrow are part of the plan to revive the Army's Be All You Can Be motto. It tapped Majors, giving his recent releases in soaring popularity as it tries to address the struggling recruitment, particularly among young people. Last year was its worst recruiting year in history. Now, I'd like to present another situation. Just within the last 6 months, Dana White was on video beating the shit out of his wife.
Hold on. Beating the shit out of his wife?
Did she call the cops?
It's on video. He's beating the shit out. Whether she called the cops or not, he's beating the shit out of his wife.
I think you may be engaging in hyperbole. Beating the shit out of his wife?
He admitted to beating the shit out of his wife. No, go ahead. Speak freely.
I saw him.
I could be wrong.
I saw her smack him. I saw him smack her. I don't know if that constitutes beating the shit out of his wife. Dana White is a big, cocky, swole nigga. So one punch or smack or whatever, snatch, beating the shit out of her, she didn't even fall. And I ain't trying to say that means, something like that. I'm like,
do you know what happened?
Some people say...
Do you know what happened? Seems like you know a lot about the Dana White shit, but you don't know much about the Jonathan Majors shit.
I know about the Jonathan Majors. You were speaking on all the shit I knew about the Jonathan Majors shit. No, I didn't say.
Did you see what happened?
I was saying two different things. I was saying
let me ask you.
Beat the shit.
Did you see what happened to him and his accuser?
Jonathan Majors? No, I didn't. I read. I didn't see a video, but I read what happened. And that's what I'm saying. I agree with everything you said.
Did anything happen to Dana White?
No. As far as I know, no.
I'm just saying.
Well, no. Maybe this is getting lost in translation, but
Why ain't that happened to Dana White though?
I don't know. Was it that Dana White got in front of it?
No.
I don't know.
Nah.
No, it's because his wife didn't call the cops.
Okay.
This lady called the cops.
Actually, no.
He called the cops.
He called the
So the
cops.
cops was involved. So that's how.
Well, to me,
That's how someone's getting in trouble. Someone's getting. Ain't nobody was called. So what we seen it on a joint, man? He smacked his wife up.
right,
A lot of niggas is cool with that around this world. It's a lot of countries outside of the U.S. that's cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But man, like I said, they use what you like to bring you down.
I want to say this about Jonathan Majors. Now, like you were saying, and I was like, I didn't see the video, but I read about the situation and some things about it. What I'm saying is, I'm like, you must really love this young lady, because I think I may have stepped off, because it seems like she's had a history of doing things of this nature. And he was like, you know what? It seems like in this particular situation, he said, let me get out in front of this thing, because it actually seemed like she may have been trying to hurt herself. And all it was her just turning around, from what I read, her just turning around saying, oh, he hurt me. Like, man, I didn't hurt you, whatever. Now, I didn't see the video, but from reading what I've read from the facts of what was in, what I read from credible sources, he called the people like, yo, she gonna do something. She may hurt herself, which is probably what should be done. I hear she turns around and calls the people just necessarily in a retaliatorial, frantic, manic, mental situation. You feel what I'm saying? And she calls the people, and they just happen, whoever's around or whoever, Jonathan Majors gets locked up. Now, he did get locked up from what I heard or whatever, but that was sort of kind of up to the cops to decide. So that was fucked up for the cops to decide that. That's why they say defund the police a little bit, because you need mental health experts to show up and kind of sort this thing out. With that being said, I don't believe he did what he's accused of. I am not a person who has created the narrative
As of right now, his attorney indicates that there is video footage that will exonerate him.
I hope there is. And that's what I hope there is. But from what I read, I didn't see any video. I didn't see any video, but from what I read, she already has
recanted the story.
Yeah.
She's already recanted the story.
Man,
But
go
I'm
find
saying-
you a nice black chick, man.
But
God,
there
man.
was someone out there who even alluded to that. They was like, man, there's a black, she's not going to do that to you. Now, I was like, that's even false, because I've seen some black women that might do that. Maybe not the one that he would have in that position would do that to him.
We just had a young lady murder her man on Facebook Live.
Right, I was like, I said, I don't know if I agree with you in spirit on that.
Y'all didn't hear that, my key. I said, go find yourself a nice black lady, man.
Oh, okay, well, yeah. Well,
Hey, I ain't saying just go find a black girl. I ain't just say go find a black chick. Go find a nice black lady, man. You know what I mean? But that ain't him. Harvard grad. You know what I'm saying? He's a thespian. He's from the theater.
But at a certain point, if you call the cops on this lady a whole bunch, love can only take you so far. Now, I ain't saying you should let her go. But what I am saying is, don't put yourself in any of these.
Yeah, I gotta let you go.
Now,
You gotta go.
Love her. He love that Cocoa Bunny. That motherfucker.
Yeah, but I can't.
Fucking motherfucker.
But I can't help you this way, and these type of things is going to get me hurt now. You feel what I'm saying? I just got locked up because you smashed out.
He's still gonna be fucking with
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I ain't saying I don't love you. it just ain't conducive with me being with you. If you doing all this shit, now then I just get locked up. Nah, you know I can't. Then being in a relationship with you, I can't hang out with you, and I still love you and like you, but I can't hang with you. Okay. When I hang with you, I might get locked the fuck up. Okay. If you
That's
want
why
to
I can't be with you no
right,
more.
that's what I'm saying. I can't be around.
We can't be together no more.
It's
ever in
that's what I'm
life.
saying. Damn, a relationship.
Ever in life.
It's people you like, man, you hot, nigga. I
Ever
can't
in
be
life.
around you.
Now, I see if I did something to you and you called the cops on me, I could take that on the chin.
Obviously.
Yeah, I'm saying I could take that on the chin. I did push it
Right,
or whatever.
right.
But if I didn't do nothing and I called the cops and then I get locked up, man, I'm never talking to you again, ever.
We can't hang out.
Ever.
We can't hang out.
Never again, man. I don't know you.
Nothing but the
Man, I don't know you, man. Like, damn, I got
the best. Wish him nothing but the best.
like, damn, I ain't even do nothing to you.
But
I called the cops and got false imprisonment.
Well,
nah, I could have got killed, bitch.
Moving on. Right. So there was a shooter recently. Audrey Hale, a 28-year-old former Covenant School student who killed 6 people at a school Monday, carefully planned the attack. Let's go into details, right? Those that don't know, Hale's parents lived with the shooter. Said Hale was under a doctor's care for an emotional disorder. Nashville Police Chief Drake said at a news conference Tuesday. The shooter had various writings and maps of the school as well as drawings of how to enter, Drake said. We know that Hale left home Monday morning with a big red bag, and the Hale's mother did not know weapons were inside, Drake said. Whew, wow. The shooter sent a message to a former classmate before the shooting. Less than 20 minutes before the shooting, Hale sent an eerie Instagram message to Averiana Patton, a former basketball teammate who told CNN's Don Lennon, she's still trying to process it all. I knew her well when we were kids, blah, 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 you know, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Did anybody see this video, man, of her pulling up to the school and literally shooting her way into the...
Oh, that's why I wish Brad was here tonight. Because about that. Yo, it took the 14 minutes. It took the police 14 minutes to get there. Yeah, they went in there and they killed her, shot her. You know what I mean? Shot her. But if she would have gotten one of them classrooms, what would have happened for 14 minutes?
She is gunning her. Listen, there's footage. She's gunning her way into the front door.
Yeah. You see how she turned the corners and everything, kicking the doors open. But that's all I was trying to tell him when we were talking about the last shooting. Now, God forbid the people that died. Now she was in the school for 14 minutes. Say she did get in the classroom, right? God forbid she didn't. You know what I mean? Lord forbid she didn't. Now when the police come, are they just supposed to run in the classroom? But the last shooting, they like, nah, y'all just supposed, it's been 20-something minutes. Why they ain't just run in there?
Oh, well, yeah, Uvalde.
But this girl was in the school for 14 minutes. She just didn't go in none of the classrooms. But she could have been in the classroom. She could have been in the classroom for 14 minutes. Now, if she's already in the classroom, like the shooter was in Uvalde, they already in the classroom, are you asking the police to just run inside the classroom?
Yeah, I am.
So I'm saying we are, because we fuck cops. That's your job. Run in there and get shot all up. But as a cop, are you just running in there and don't know where the shooter at? But you know it's kids in there? That's why I said it's a hard line. I'm not running into nowhere where it's gunfire at, and I don't know. I'm not running to no AR-15. I'm not running towards it. I'm not. And that's why I said the person in Uvalde was already at the school 20-some minutes by the time the police came. That person in Uvalde just happened to go inside of a classroom. So now the police don't really know where you at. So now when they do find you, you just expect them to run through the door. And that nigga could have been sitting up against the wall.
Because she was prepared.
That's what I'm saying. But it took 14 minutes. She could have killed a whole bunch of people in 14 minutes.
She could have murdered the entire school. The body count could have been way higher.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. You really can't stop those. It's impossible to stop those. You know what I'm saying? It's just people. Some people mental, man. It's no way you can stop a school shooting. It's no way.
So she said to her friend, Patton says she received the Instagram message at 9:57 a.m. which read, "One day this will make more sense. I've left more than enough evidence behind, but something bad is about to happen." Patton says she was not sure why Hale reached out. She said, "I'm asking God the same question," Patton told Lemon.
You know what, man? From where I'm sitting at in, Studio 7, Delaware, I see that Audrey Hale may have been transitioning or transitioned.
I don't say anything about that.
No, she just identified as.
Gotcha. Oh, that part. Something like that. Now, what struck me as being, I said, okay, well, she went to like a religious school, am I right?
Nashville Art College.
No,
she graduated from Nazi College.
No, I'm talking about that elementary. The school, she went to the school, that's an elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's some type of religious school. I'm assuming, that is from where I'm sitting at, I'm assuming there may have been some pushback, umbrage, when she was even little about her. Like, she probably identified or moved a certain type of way that she wasn't supposed to move in their eyes back in, when she was young. And that sort of kind of, because those type of people, man, they go through a lot mentally, like, and they said, these are the type of people who was kind of holding me back from being who I was. So when you feel like you're going to do something like this, wherever down the line, that happened 15 years ago. Guess what was so seminal and pivotal in your life and made you hard?
Yeah, that happened that happened over like 20. She was 28.
Yeah.
That school was from kindergarten to 6th grade. So she had to be in there, whenever, till she was about like 10, 12. That's what I said, about 20 years ago. Held that grudge.
Now, like Coach said,
yeah, she was transgender.
Right.
She previously attended that specific school.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Now, this was just me when I saw it on the news. I was like, where I'm sitting at, down there in the Bible Belt and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no. If she was already a person who was identical or trying to feeling probably acting out as someone who she, like, oh, you're a little girl. You're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, no. I mean, you're a little boy. Or, you can't be doing that in here.
It's a mental trauma.
And that's what I'm saying. That probably was the biggest, most significant piece in
make you snap like that.
Her whole life. Like
yeah,
she killed
because she killed the headmaster of the school. She killed the janitor.
She killed 6 people.
She
carefully planned the attack, man.
Yeah.
Like, this was a calculated attack. This wasn't random. This was calculated.
Yeah, I heard there were
she hid guns, at her home.
Plans.
This was a calculated attack.
It was like plans and maps to other locations and things, so and that led me to believe, okay, there may have been some other people that she didn't That's like, man, you played a part in why I feel this way today to do this. So I was like, that's one theory. I'm just
going back to what we was talking about earlier, probably in the end of the year, when we was talking about trying to find out when the question was opposed, can you find a school shooter before they even become? You know what I'm saying? When we opposed that question,
he took one out like Minority Report.
Yeah. I mean,
you gonna shoot some shit up. Now, I will say this: a lot of people who shoot that cause mass shootings have left clues. Now, a lot of people leave clues, but just about every mass shooter has left clues significant enough to be, hey.
But
that's what I'm saying.
That's hindsight 2020 though.
They can't run them all down. They can't run down everybody who say something questionable. That's what I think. They ain't got enough people running down all these crazy
motherfuckers. That's hindsight 2020 though, because if God forbid, if one of us do some dumb shit, wild shit, and shoot up a group of people, then go back to something we said and say
on this show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That be in hindsight, man. Like I don't really believe in all that shit. Nah, but you can't say, oh man, yo, Marie said that, man. I should have given you the intake that he would have done and shot. Nah, you can't say that about. I couldn't say that about you.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That be hindsight. Like they be like, oh, no, that's why I don't be believing none of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can say this. A lot of people who partake in those particular felonies, they leave a little bit more in depth, I guess. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more significant clues to, hey, watch this motherfucker. And then, because it always seemed like, to me, in a lot of these shootings, that the authorities were already pre-warned that this motherfucker's crazy. Like I want to say in this case, like I want to say in this case,
under
like I want to say in this
psychiatric care.
Like I want to say in this case, people were aware of.
But being in psychiatric care don't mean you gonna go fucking shoot up mass people.
True.
School, restaurant, mall. That don't mean that.
True. That's true. Coupled with some other things, okay, we may have to keep a watch on you. Now, all I'm saying is there are a lot of people that they've known. I'm like, well, who are you running down on? It must be crazy people out here ready to do stuff. Because everybody out here who's done something of this, magnitude has left some sort of kind of clues. So I'm like, it sort of kind of comes down to
are they
manpower.
Clues? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
just because you saying something
and stuff like that. No, it ain't just because you saying something. It's what you say, who you say it to, why you say it to me. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't spoke to you in years. Why the hell you send me this? Those type of things, like, everything else be the same except that one person. I mean, that one particular nugget, but that will be consistent with.
I got a nugget for y'all.
Nah.
Switching gears, I got a nugget for y'all.
I'm listening.
I got a nugget for y'all. This is some wild shit. Shout out to B Matt, man, who brought this to our attention, man. But this is pretty wild.
Bring it on, B Matt.
Well, maybe it's not wild. Maybe it's let's dissect it and really. This nigga is pouring Kilroy into the Heineken. Wow.
Boilermaker.
That's why I love you. God damn.
Boilermaker.
This is a nigga. Shit. I love that nigga. That nigga right there is a savage. I love that guy. So listen to this. Iowa law allows for the granting of, brace yourselves, gun permits to individuals who are legally or completely blind. Although technically it was not previously the case that blind people were explicitly barred from owning firearms on the basis of their visual impairments. I'm going to leave it right there.
Come on,
Read
son.
that again. Iowa law allows for the granting of gun permits to individuals who are legally or completely blind.
Come on, son.
What's wrong with that?
Whoa.
Blind person can drive a car.
I guess and because I was getting ready to go there, because it's like
car.
rail drive up ATM. So like, is there something I'm missing? Is there a component that I'm missing? Like, am I missing like a component to blind people that you said? What's wrong with that? I don't know. I pose these questions because I'm an open mind.
Yeah, I know, but
if I'm
I'm
missing.
just saying, blind people driving.
I'm sorry, what?
Not. No, they're not.
I'm sorry, what?
No, they're not.
I'm sorry, what? You said blind people driving? Now, the fact that there's Braille at drive up ATM lead that. Why is there Braille in the in the drive-in on the driver's side?
Easy explanation.
Because here's I've been struggling.
Easy explanation.
I like to think I'm a genius, and I would love for you to.
And what we talk about blind people driving.
Not 100% blind.
No, he said 100% blind people can get gun laws. Now, 100% blind people can't drive. But guess where they got money? Guess where their money is at? The bank. Someone has to drive them, right? So when they get to the motherfucking in the car.
I still don't answer this question, because if
mean?
you're in the passenger seat, it's on the driver's side.
You can be in the back. What does that mean?
That makes sense. I'm
And
gonna
I'm
give you
saying,
that.
they gotta be on the side.
I'm gonna give you that.
It don't matter.
Oh no! Hold on. I'm gonna give you
That's the
that.
explanation.
Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna
It
give
got-
you.
What side? It don't matter.
I'm gonna
what
give you
side
that.
it's on.
I'm gonna give you that. You could be in the back because for some reason, my overcomplicated, overcomputed mind, overconvoluted mind did not think for a second that the blind individual would be in the back seat on the left. And
Because you wouldn't think if you get in the car with a blind person to tell them get in the back. Just so you can go to the bank. Don't forget you gotta get in the back. We going to the bank.
You got me. I'm
It's
about to
not
say you got
that
me.
serious. The ATM gotta be on one side. It's only two sides.
Nah, but we
You
need
know
to
what I'm
deal with the
saying?
fact that it's on the driver's side. And to assess that, I never considered that the driver would be, that the legally blind individual. That's on the ATM. That's not like, that's Braille. So you have to understand Braille to be able to use that. So that means legally blind, like a blind person.
Well, if you got two blind people, I took all the blind people to.
Still ain't to the thing.
It's only one.
That's what I'm saying. Listen what you're saying. Even if it's on the other side. Even if it's on the other side, the driver is still.
I'm going to tell you this. I have never in my life seen an ATM on the right side of a car. If you have, please let me know. But I have never seen an ATM on the right side of a car.
And that's what I'm saying.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that?
No.
I've never ever seen an ATM on the right side of a car. I think it would probably be easier to explain if the Braille was on the right side of the car with the passenger side so that the blind person could reach out and do his thing. But for the blind person, I've always, and I didn't think, and I'll give you credit for this, Fresh, I did not think the back seat. I'm thinking the blind motherfucker is reaching over the nigga driving the car all awkwardly and discombobulated. Move, nigga, move your seat back. Go ahead. What? I'm sorry. Listen, have you ever had a long day and you just deal with a lot of hard shit? And then you get some easy shit and you just like, nah, it can't be that easy. This is more difficult than what it is. That's how I viewed that. I did not think the back seat. I didn't. I swear I
I'm
didn't.
saying, but you wouldn't
swear
need
I
to
did.
think about the back seat because it was illogical. Like you not if you're getting in the car with a blind person, you're not telling them to get in the. I don't know. You might tell them to get in the back seat.
I'm thinking the blind person is getting into probably a.
Man, they get in the passenger seat with the person. They ain't got to always be with no motherfucking vans or nothing. If you taking, if your people's blind, nigga, you not telling them get in the back. No, if your people's blind, you not telling them get in the back.
You might get in the back. You might be on a bus. This is what I'm saying. It's been different things. So
they're not using no ATM on the bus, Fresh. They're not using no ATM on the bus.
You're right
Fresh.
about that, but you can be on or not a bus like a van.
And you still have
your
to get
own personal van. Someone pull up. This is what I'm saying, man. I think we're looking at this from a different perspective. I think they was thinking, let's just put the ATM on the driver's side because the driver is pretty much or whatever. And then they put the braille on it. That's what I'm thinking. But the whole thing is people are like, oh, why it's on their side? It's always been on their side. They put the braille on it way later down the line. But people say, well, why it's on that side? I'm like, well, they ain't going to move it. Plus, blind people be in the back seat as well.
I literally, I was today years old when I literally said, blind motherfucker in the back seat on the left.
on the left.
I'm dead ass. Listen, because I've driven. Listen, I've done. As you all know, I've done Uber, and I've pulled motherfuckers up in the drive-through, and I've let my back window down and let them order all kind of shit with motherfuckers in the back seat, and I never for one day thought. Now let's get back to the gun shit. Now you can't explain that, nigga. Explain niggas getting gun permits for the legally blind.
That part I didn't understand.
All right, nigga. Okay.
That part I couldn't understand. I was like,
nigga, I'm gonna give you.
You can't see what the fuck you shooting.
You have a firearm, a mechanism that can kill someone. Why? That is required. Sight is a requirement for that.
Robbers don't come with braille.
Sight is a requirement to fire a firearm, right? Because the whole purpose of a firearm is I am firing something to hit a target, right? I am releasing a projectile to hit a target. I have to be able to identify that target. Iowa, please help us out with this one, man. I'm clueless on this one. If you are reading or watching or hearing this, please help me.
I feel you out there, Mr. Robert. I feel you.
No.
I can't go like that.
Moving on.
I can't go like that, man.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Now, if they're going to give you a gun, fuck to take it. But I'm like, man,
I got a big question.
This is crazy.
Let's go back to the rap. Let's go back to some rap, man. I got a big question for y'all, okay? Rap moves from area to area, right? Did we talk about this last week?
Yeah.
We did. All right.
Land in the shy.
So, with that being said, let's go to a different area. Because I was listen. I want y'all to understand. I fuck up too. I think I was wasted last week. So we're gonna keep this moving because I'm prepared to keep it moving. We know about the big names and we know about the brand names and the billionaires in rap. Who's some of the most underrated motherfuckers in rap, man? Niggas. I don't want to say your personal favorite, but just underrated niggas in rap.
Underrated
niggas in rap.
I'll give you one guy who's pretty underrated.
Give me more than one. Give me more than one. Give me your top three underrated rappers.
But of all time, because I was gonna give you one of recent times. I was like, damn, man, I thought he was ready to really do some things. And that's Sean Price.
I'm gonna go this way. You said Sean. What was underrated about Sean Price?
I think at a time when a lot of people were talking about, damn, man, you know, the New York and just the regular rapping and hip hop was missing. He was a nigga coming from that way, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that's missing, and he passed. And I was like, damn, you know, so I think that is something very underrated because of what he had. He's a rapping ass nigga. This nigga got songs.
Rappity rap nigga.
He'll tell you he not a rappity rap nigga. If you listening to him, I'm not a rappity rap nigga. I smack rappity rap niggas because they rappity rap niggas. That's some shit that he'll say.
But you're a rappity rap.
You feel what I'm saying? So like, yo, I felt like he was a little bit better of a rapper than. I mean, he kind of played him. He played himself a little under like I ain't that lyrical.
He got the hardest like alias ever, man. Mike Tyson. That's hard. That's hard as shit. Mike Tyson.
I voted that my motherfucking mixtape of the year.
That's
2000.
Underrated rapper. Ice. Who you got? Give me one real quick. Off top of your dome. Come on. Give me
Vado.
Vado underrated.
Yeah, Vado underrated.
Vado underrated.
Yeah. Vado could make songs. He could rap. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he underrated.
Vado. Give me one. I need three from each of y'all. Give me. Well, no, I'm gonna give you my one.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you my one. A little bit more popular than the motherfuckers that y'all mentioned, man. I was Redman to me, man. Reggie Noble, man. Maybe I went a little too high. Redman, Reggie Noble.
I'm saying you may be right to the masses.
Reggie Noble.
I don't even know about
But
the masses,
I
though.
love that, and that's what I'm talking. You may be right there, but I fucking love Red.
Redman Reggie Noble is
love it.
Yeah, Redman Reggie Noble, man, is like.
But
Redman got like 2 platinum albums.
I mean, just because you sell a lot of records,
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, I mean, they like you. You popular. You getting your respect. Like,
okay, I can dig that.
yeah, I don't know about Redman. Then you had the movie. He had the How High motherfuckers was loving you. Then you was hooking up with meth. You know, motherfuckers start loving you even more. I don't know. That's not that. Yeah, I can see in those times. In those times, I can see what you're talking about.
Give me one fresh. Underrated, motherfucker. Underrated.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I think he's one of the most vicious motherfuckers that has rhymed. I just think there's some people who have some influence, and I ain't gonna say it like that. I think that their whole crew has gotten, or maybe should I say band? Their whole band has gotten a raw deal. But I think this motherfucking Black Thought is one of the most vicious.
That's a good one.
Okay.
And I think a lot of motherfuckers play them.
That's a good one.
Play them crazy because they the roots.
Okay.
But he is vicious, man. Vicious.
Cool. Give me your number 2.
My number 2 would be. I had to go with Jim, man.
Jim?
Yeah, I had to go with Jim, man. Jim. I think niggas don't give Jim the credit he deserves.
Jim got discography, man. God damn.
And
Yo,
I
to keep it 100, Jim got a discography, man.
And I don't think he get the credit for it. I don't think he get the credit for
That's
it.
a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment. I mean, I fuck with Jim.
Jimmy got a discography.
Jimmy been doing it for a minute and been kind of relevant.
Relevant, consistent.
We literally heard Jimmy on the intro to let me know, getting cussed out for bothering Cam in the middle of the morning to being a top billed superstar.
Jimmy, I think.
And he still got material coming out right now.
With niggas. He doing albums with
Relevant
niggas.
He got
back in his
he got an album with Hitmaker by himself. He got a joint album with Mano.
Lobby Boys.
Like Jim working.
Yeah. Out here. Shout
out to Jim.
Ooh, I just got another
Jim Tough. Shout out to Jim.
Underrated.
Underrated. Let me think. Let me talk. Let me say something. Let me talk.
And I think
underrated. Man, that's a shit. I didn't expect to challenge myself with 3. Redman was my answer, and that was it. Because it was
You
all
gonna
about.
give us 3, but you ain't got 3.
Because I like to challenge you, motherfuckers. So.
All right, I'm down for the challenge. I got one more.
Let me think here. Let me think. Wow. Stump the Weasel. Stump the Weasel time, cuz. I'm on Stump the Weasel time right now. Stump the Weasel time. All right. Currency Spitter. I'm gonna go with Currency Spitter only because I got a gang of material from him in the phone, and his dude don't get the credit he deserved. Currency Spitter.
Currency. He
Fuck with Currency. I wanted to go a different.
He great
area.
drop a joint album with Jermaine Dupri.
I wanted to go with a different.
I heard the first song. That shit crazy. I ain't even going. That shit crazy.
Give me a number 3. Underrated. You went with Mike Tyson. You went with Thought. Thought was you said. Now I said Redman. That was even more ludicrous than Thought. I mean, Thought was more ludicrous than Redman.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Black Thought don't get the credit he deserves.
I think, I think they both don't get the credit they deserve, but I think Black Thought deserve a little bit more credit. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I got one. I got another one. Oh yeah, I got another one. If we talking like that, then I got another one. Let's get it. I got another
shit.
one. I got another one. This is my guy too.
Well,
my fucking guy.
I think when it comes to making hip hop, it ain't just always making the whole song or a song. You know, your contribution to songs, legendary songs, whether it's just a song here, song there, verse there, when it comes to certain things that you said, you put certain things down. And now that I think I've seen even a little bit more of why things didn't go your way, inspected deck, I was like, damn, that nigga pretty fucking tough too. And he had shit, but it came at the wrong time. It was still tough. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, well, hold on now. I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about. He's got the shit with Czar face, where he got the shit Czar face. And I was like, damn, he got Ghost, MF Doom, Alchemist. I don't even know I'm like, God damn, a lot of motherfuckers don't even know how hitting that shit is. And I was like, damn, Deck was always the nigga. They say, yo, Deck started off because he always got this shit. I always fuck with, when it comes to underrated, I think Expected Deck, man, is one of the most underrated.
Who you got number 3?
My number 3. Number 3, man. Number 3, man.
I also got another underrated
I just
rapper.
had somebody too.
Oh, nah, the nigga I'm great name is a rapidy rap ass nigga. He's a super rapper.
I was gonna say, I got another.
Yeah, big nigga. I think Ja Rule.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
He hit you. He hit you.
Wow.
He hit you. He hit you. He hit you.
Shit, we both said the same shit.
Yeah, but hold on, man. So if my fucking Redman was out of bounds, that shit is way out of bounds.
Nah, Ja Rule is a forgotten. He's forgotten. Ja Rule is totally forgotten. Redman is in a whole different area where he ain't gonna never be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule is totally forgotten.
The most prominent lyricist of the mixtape era, period.
Fab.
You tell.
Cannabis. We can listen. We can all agree.
Yeah, cannabis was supposed to.
Listen, at one point, whenever cannabis never failed on a mix.
Nah, hold, time out. You said they didn't get enough, like he didn't get the credit he deserved. That was the question you put. That was the question you put.
Underrated.
Yeah, he was like the most underrated.
I said underrated MC.
Yeah, underrated MC.
But he wasn't he didn't get proclaimed underrated until his album dropped.
I ain't even saying he underrated. I think
Nah. But I'm saying, what I'm saying is, he was dishing the mixtapes out and the features and the LL shit. But as soon as his album dropped, it was like motherfuckers wasn't feeling it.
He was just rated.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Was it like?
You saying he just didn't deliver?
I don't think he just didn't deliver.
You heard Cannabis album, didn't you?
I don't think he just delivered.
I heard all of them.
So
the funny thing is, I actually have 3 of them.
Oh, okay. So this seems rather singular.
Yes, the whole thing.
Okay.
Nigga, it's that underrated rapper. What the fuck you mean? It screams
Underrated.
underrated.
I got another who I think is an underrated rhyming ass motherfucker. I think he could rival the rhyming ass motherfucker from their city. Who? Eminem is a rhyming ass motherfucker. But when it comes to rhymes that I really like, you might gotta give me 5. I think when it comes to I'm like, yo, I think he's made. I think he's made.
Royce can't out rap this.
Now, what I'm saying
You can say that whole crew underrated.
I'm gonna say the Slaughterhouse Crew.
Yeah, you can say that's. I say you can say that whole crew.
What I thought about Joe. I said
Joe was underrated. Crooked Eye.
I fuck with Joel Ortiz.
Yeah,
so crazy.
All them niggas. All them niggas. Yeah, that's what I said. Joe could rap. They all could rap.
They
didn't.
What really changed it up for me, Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, Slaughterhouse.
Because
Slaughterhouse.
Thought about, I was like, all them niggas.
Even as
Give us some hoop music fresh.
All them niggas was some rhyming ass niggas, man.
McDonald's game on.
McDonald's game is on, man.
I think this the next best. The next best NBA class right here.
So listen. Give me your thoughts on the McDonald's game over the years, man. Like, it's just like, to me, the McDonald's game was must see TV.
Like this, the only one that make me get back to that feeling though. That's why I think this class right here is the next great NBA class.
I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I'm gonna let it be known now. Like I'm a 100% Bronny James fan. It ain't got nothing to do with the hype. I just love the way I've watched him progress from the time he was a child to right now. Because we always say that,
like he was your own boy.
Yeah, feels like it. Really, it does. Because we always say that LeBron James exceeded expectations. there is no bigger expectations than being the son of LeBron. That like we all like. I remember watching Marcus and Jeffrey Jordan. And they was trash.
Even though
it was like okay. It was okay.
Even though that's majority of people, I'd be like, yo, people are fucking people. I'd be like, most of the people who be succeeding in things, their parents ain't motherfucking all that motherfucking famous. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, it don't really matter because you people is famous or successful in something that I expect you to do it. I'm like, shit.
First, there's a level.
Nah, but this McDonald's,
If you was fucking the greatest javelin thrower ever, and you had a son, and he decides to start throwing javelins, there's something there.
Yeah, but I'm not saying you gotta be your daddy. If you ain't your daddy, oh shit. I ain't saying
if
that.
you show promise, people are gonna. You may not, but I would say the majority because of the era that we are in, the majority of people are going to say, "Oh well, shit, you gotta be better," because that's the benchmark. Your daddy set the benchmark.
You don't have to be better. Then I just be like, yo,
no, you don't. You know, we know that you don't have to be, but as optimists and sports fans, we say. Because what is it about? Because one thing we got to understand, what is it about sports? Sports is about a story.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this then. Michael Jordan kids went to Illinois and like Florida Atlantic, something like that. That's successful without Michael Jordan being their dad.
It is. But and it falls short of the ultimate story.
But what I'm saying is, people say, "Oh, because your dad is Michael Jordan." You know what I'm saying? We expect you to be dunking balls like, oh. Going to Illinois,
shit, they expected it too. How do you not expect to be awesome if your dad is Aaron Jordan?
Hold on, man.
Shit, I'm expecting to get some of that.
You make some of that, yes.
You think Keanu Anthony's not walking around thinking, nigga, I'm like
they
that.
Got some of that. They got some of that. That's what I'm saying. They got the part. They got the Illinois. That's fair. That's fair. They could have got all Juanita parts. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
they could have got all Juanita. No. Michael Jordan. No. Marcus and Jeffrey were still successful. They went to Illinois and played and they were somewhere else. Now, what I'm saying is, if you remove Michael Jordan from their, like, if their dad was
Sean Wayans.
Eddie Jordan. Like, oh, that's Eddie Jordan kids. You feel Jordan, the expectation was higher, but I'm like, it's still successful. Shit, they still had to play and get on, for them to play and get on the floor, get out, and every time it may have been some, look, that's Mike Jordan's son. But at the same time, you can't just be a total bum getting on the floor. So that part, that was just them, and that's successful in its own right. If you take Michael Jordan away from it, that's just, my nigga went to Illinois. My nigga Marcus Jordan, she went to Illinois. That's successful if his daddy's just Eddie Jordan.
All right. So let's.
Nigga still gonna say something.
Say something, bro.
Yeah, I know that's not the majority, but I'm like, that's still successful, though.
They know it's successful. Man, with his pop, though, it's still successful.
He could have really sat back and said, I'm going to be executive. And then they're like, oh, dog, we just ride his coattails. Like, what the fuck? I can't win.
Let's go to the standings, man. Oh, Eastern Conference standings. Nah, fuck the music. We already in here. We already deep in. Okay, let's go. Brotherhood. Well, represented here.
Oh, y'all dancing?
What are you gonna do? What Ronnie gonna do? That was Ronnie. What are you gonna do?
Ronnie undecided.
USC.
On the other side, we got Caleb Foster. We got Jared McCain. We got Mick Kabongo in this game. We got Sean Stewart in the game. Jared McCain won the 3-shooting contest, and Sean Stewart won the dunk contest. We got 4 dookies in here, so we good. And we got TJ Power coming in, so we straight. We straight. We got them coming in.
Who leaving?
Right now,
I heard Roach
Proctor ain't leaving.
Proctor back.
Proctor coming back.
It's gonna come down to whether Flip come back or not. That's gonna determine whether we're gonna be ranked number 1 or not. If Flip come back, we number 1.
So Whitehead leaving?
Yeah, Whitehead going. Whitehead from Newark, man. He ain't staying. If he's still on the boards, he going. Lively leaving. He going.
Lively leaving?
With minimal production, he going.
That nigga was
Potential.
trash.
They're looking at Lively strictly on potential. So they're looking at Lively strictly on potential.
He ain't show me nothing. He ain't show me nothing.
Well, it don't matter what he show you. What he show the pros.
He ain't show me nothing.
It don't matter what he show you. It's what he show the pros, bro. It's what he shows the pros, man.
He scared out there, man. Playing for them dookies.
So we got the Eastern Conference standings. We got Milwaukee Bucks number 1, Celtics number 2, Sixers number 3, Cleveland number 4, Knicks number 5, Nets number 6. Play-in teams include the Miami Heat at 7, Toronto at 8, Atlanta at 9, Chicago at 10. On the outside looking in, we got the Wizards, Pacers, Magic, Hornets, and the Pistons. In the Western Conference, we got the Denver Nuggets with clinched 51 wins. Memphis Grizzlies at 2, Sacramento at 3, Phoenix at 4, Clippers at 5, Minnesota at 6. In the play-in, we have the Golden State Warriors, New Orleans Pelicans at 8, Los Angeles Lakers at 9, Oklahoma City Thunder at 10, Dallas Mavericks at 11, Utah Jazz at 12, Portland Trail Blazers at 13, San Antonio Spurs at 14. Of course, the Rockets bringing up the rear at the worst team in the league at 18 and 58 at 15 in the West. Thoughts on the MVP race? I'll be right back. Talk about the MVP race.
Embiid, I like Embiid, man.
Embiid coming on strong.
I like Embiid, man. I'm a hater. I'm a jokish hater. I ain't an analytics guy. You can call me a hater you want, but he ain't no 3-time MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
You know what, good brother, man? I wanna piggyback on a sentiment, man. He's not the 3-time MVP. Actually, I don't think last year he should have won it. I just think they're like Joel Embiid missed too many games. I'm like, dang, that's not valuable. You know, like what the fuck? All right, cool, no problem. So that last year, I'm like, you should just gave it to Joel Embiid. So I think this year they're just gonna flip flop it. I wish he would have played last night, 2 nights ago, because I think whatever amount of games he missed or don't miss, or whatever he pretty much do, he would have been the motherfucking MVP anyway. But since he didn't play that game, it made enough stink. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, come on, man, it's some bullshit. How you gonna play like that?
That should be bullshit anyway, because it's like they pick motherfuckers out of a hat.
No, they don't pick niggas out of a hat.
So let me ask you this. So how Giannis' performance?
Giannis is performing.
He's definitely exemplary. In the conversation.
Exemplary
in the conversation.
So what's holding them? His team is what?
They're 52. They're number 1 in the Eastern Conference. They clinched.
Okay, so what's
a 2-game lead?
So what's stopping Giannis from being in the top 2 talk?
They don't feel as though what he's doing. Well, you know what? Let me not.
Well, what's stopping it? He won 2 in a row. And they're like, now we're going to cut you off. And he's still doing the same shit. But it's not. Because they give Giannis playing. Because Giannis in the I'm asking y'all, what's the reason Giannis not in the talks of the top 2?
He's in my talks. He's in. Those are the 3. That's the 3. That's the three right there. That's the three of the serious MVP candidates.
His team
My man
number
is
one
out
in the
front.
East.
Yeah, my man.
Number one in the East.
You said your guy is out front.
I said that my guy's out front.
Why is he out front?
I think he earned it up to the game that he didn't play against Jokic. And I actually think
They said they
if he
tied.
played, regardless of how he played,
They said the odds tied coming in
that's
now.
what I'm saying. Like,
Since
yo,
he ain't played the odds tied.
The odds, yeah.
I don't see it that way, but I'm
Man,
like,
get the fuck outta
obviously, because I'm like, he the front runner. But they like,
So wait a minute.
Yeah, like he ain't want to play, motherfucker. What the fuck? You don't be feeling like that.
Milwaukee's 54-21. Y'all 49-26. You're on third place.
Yeah.
He's ahead of y'all.
Yeah.
Not only that, the Nuggets is ahead of y'all. So as far as wins and impacted wins, your man is.
Well, see, here's the thing I always say with that is, I get that they pretty much kind of close together with the wins.
1, 2, 3 wins ain't really. You trying to say that?
No, but they're close enough where 1, 2, 3 wins don't
Shouldn't
mean
matter. Okay.
But I think Joel Embiid this trip around is worth a little bit more to his teams, 49, than Denver's 50 whatever, and the Bucks 50 whatever, because the team
The Joker
around
is
them,
averaging the truth.
it's hard to argue against him, ain't it? And that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the MVP. I wouldn't be surprised. He's right there, significantly playing in the MVP conversation. He is. I'm giving it to Embiid. But I know that him not playing head-to-head against Jokic the other night hurt him. I know it did.
Why are you giving it to Embiid over Giannis?
We got about 6 games left, right?
Embiid's my guy. I mean, on some
I'm saying the buy on some buy shit.
Overpick. Okay.
I understand
just because they are that close. But I do say that when you splitting the kind of hairs, always look at, well, who around who. And I think they may have a little bit better around them than Embiid is. But even though he got a little less record, and like I said, well, that's my
So
man.
you went straight. You going like you?
It's because I think he got a little bit less around them.
You
than
think
them guys.
their supporting cast better than yours?
Yeah, I think both of their supporting cast is better than the Sixers. But I don't say the Sixers supporting cast is bad. I just think theirs is better. Just by a little bit.
You think Giannis got better supporting cast than the
Yeah, I
Sixers?
do. Fitting around Giannis. Yeah, I do.
Been available.
As you can see, they pretty damn good without him.
No. They haven't been. Chris Middleton had missed
Right. I mean, but
like 20 games.
But if you Giannis Antetokounmpo don't win the games by himself.
Okay.
And that's
You know, so we go. All right, never mind. We don't go there. Okay.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they all three of them are pretty much. I ain't gonna say neck and neck because I got my man out in front, but all three of them are significantly playing in the MVP race, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of them got it.
The NFL owners' meetings have commenced.
Oh, we talk about. Yeah, skip out my fault. I ain't gonna talk about.
What we forget? Tell me.
Kyrie and the Mavs, they played their way all the way to the. They played their all the way to the 12th seed.
Yo, man, if you want your team,
They went from the 5th to the 12th.
if you want your team to be in a lottery these days, let's see what the fuck just happened.
They're outside the play. And if the playoffs started today, they wouldn't be in. They're tied with the Oklahoma City Thunder at 37-39. Their last 10, they're at 3-7. It is
Ugly.
Yeah, man. And when you start going at the crowd and the fans, like, well, when you get to, well, let's trade places. It'll take you a whole lot of years to get to where I'm at. I'm like, oh, Kyrie. That's
Kyrie fault.
He said
No,
that to a fan.
no. I ain't
Who he
saying
say that to?
not all Kyrie fault.
Because you threw an example out.
I said that was a direct quote from him. We were talking about. They was like, yo, you know what's up? You
That was
know,
the first example you went to, though.
it's a very significant example because they said
there's
when y'all got booted home for losing like y'all lost, how do you feel, Kyrie, about your home team? I mean, home crowd booing you. Oh, well, y'all can switch places, but it's gonna take y'all a long time to. And that is a disaster. Ain't that what he said? That is a disaster. I'm like, damn, it ain't working. It ain't fucking working. And I like Kyrie. Like it my fucking life. That shit ain't working.
My fault.
I said I didn't like it. I said I didn't like it. I didn't like it when it happened. I didn't think it was gonna work. Only because you can rewind the tapes and go back to different episodes. I haven't been a Luka fan.
Nah, you're not a Luka fan. I know that.
I didn't think that his ability to play alongside Kyrie was going to work. It takes a certain level of efficiency when you got them type of guys. It works when they're efficient, but when you, I don't like ball dominant, non-efficient motherfuckers, man. I just don't like them.
I had an epiphany the other night.
That's just me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you know I have those from time to time. An epiphany. I said, are we looking at the order 2.0 of James Harden?
Who, Luka?
In Luka?
You could very well be.
I said, because he's a great fucking player. And there's a certain level and a basement of success you're going to have with him. But it seemed like he can't really mesh with a whole lot of other players of better talent.
He ball dominant. If you ever heard, he like AI was.
But here's my.
But he ain't never took nobody like AI did.
So if you notice,
he went to the.
I'm
Well, he got close last year.
I've never been.
He's
still young.
So it was AI.
He ain't do it in his fourth year.
That's my fucking guy.
What's the name? Fourth year in the league.
Luka.
Yeah. AI ain't go to the finals in his fourth year.
But y'all know though. Y'all know. But they all fit that specific ball dominant chucking.
Yeah.
I'm just a throwback to a point guard that distributed the ball first and got.
He distribute though. Luka. He averaged like 8 assists a game.
I wouldn't call him.
That's a possibility. Yeah, I mean, he do that.
I'm not calling him
7-8 assists a game, Phil.
I wouldn't call him a point guard.
When you have the scoring gravity that he has, of course you're going to get some assists. But the question here is, are the guys around you getting off because it's like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna lie,
I
man.
like Luka, man.
I like Luka too.
Cool.
Yeah, I like Luka.
At the end of the day, players make plays.
Okay.
I put that on the players. Now I ain't saying I don't put none of that. I put blame all around Luka, Kyrie, the other players. They just I don't think when you look at the roster, I'm like, okay, well that sounds about right to me. Y'all not that good. Who the fuck is these people on Dallas? That's what I was like. What the fuck are these people? Y'all can't beat nobody with this team. Now, when you look at those two guys playing how they play, I'm like, oh, see that the only shot they had is
What's wrong with their team though?
They got a lot of players. They're good. They NBA professional basketball players, but they
a lot of people like that though. Got 2 or 3 people, and then I think put it like this. All right.
That same record in the Eastern Conference wouldn't be out of the playoffs.
Dallas roster probably better than Minnesota roster.
I'll take Minnesota roster every day of the week over Dallas's roster because you got Luka and Kyrie. Now those two players, we talking about a full
roster. We got to consider that.
You gotta consider that.
I mean, to say we just can't say.
You gotta consider that.
I'm explaining to you why I'm like, just because you have Luka and those two talents individually are great, but playing together, we see that they don't get to maximize their own talents. So I'm like, okay, even though you have lesser parts, there's some
I'm
is
not
greater
talking
than
about
Minnesota.
none of that though. I said roster
Yeah, I would take that roster over
because you've seen them
Dallas's.
play. That's why you would take it because you've seen them play now.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a blind.
I said, Rob, would you take which roster? I think they got a better roster than Minnesota.
No, I don't. I think Minnesota has a better roster. I do. I think Minnesota has a better roster, period, all the way around. Not much better, but better.
Hey, man.
Okay. I mean, how many games we got left in the season, man? We got about 7, 8 games.
Yeah,
left
not
in the
that many,
season.
man. A couple of handfuls.
Yeah, niggas gonna be scratching.
75.
Niggas gonna be
We got
scratching
about-
for
we
them
got about
spots.
It's about 6 or 7 games left, man. It's not a lot of time. So it's still tight. When you're talking 5 through 8, we're only talking about 3 or 4 games in both conferences. 5 through 8, what are we talking about? 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, and the West is like a game from like where the Timberwolves at?
Timberwolves sitting at 6 at 39 and 37.
Yeah, look, the Lakers got 36, 38
The
losses.
Lakers got 37. The Lakers are 37 and 38. The
Yeah.
Warriors are 37 and 39. So
It's all one game. Yeah, it's all one game.
They was
pushing
on
like
like
number 4.
Now I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah,
just
for
say
anybody.
anybody, yeah,
So
anybody,
Let's look at it like this. The
anybody.
The Lakers are number 9 seed. The Suns are number 4 seed. There's literally only 3 games to separate them. So any slip up by anybody, like you have a bad week, man, you could be out of the play.
Yeah, you can go from a first round home motherfucking series.
The first two,
Do or die tonight, man.
damn, it's the one and two seeds. The 1 and 2 seeds will have problems this year.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like the NCAA tournament.
Yo, I'm not.
Because if
gonna
they
lie.
play the Lakers and the Warriors,
Well, so they gotta like a mock like
the Warriors and the Lakers get the 7th and 8th
the
spots
Lakers would play Oklahoma City in the play-in.
in the play-in.
Golden State would play New Orleans in the play-in, and then the winner of Golden State New Orleans plays Memphis. The winner of Los Angeles and Oklahoma City plays Denver. Play Denver.
They in second. I thought Memphis was in the second seed.
Memphis is second.
Yeah.
But the 2 lower seeds are the Lakers and Oklahoma City, which give them the number 1 seed. Number 1 seed is always going to play the lower seed.
Yeah.
Nah, but the 7th and
I'm
8th
showing
seed.
you right here. You saying nah? I'm showing. Look
see,
right here. Look.
Denver will play.
Denver would play
The Lakers.
the Lakers
Yeah.
Oklahoma City winner.
Yeah, because they're the lowest seeds.
Whoever the winner is of that.
They would be effectively the 8th seed.
Listen. They gotta play the winner between New Orleans and whoever.
Yeah, but whoever the winner is at
The Lakers Oklahoma
okay.
City. The winner immediately plays Denver.
Yeah.
Whoever the loser is drops down here. Whoever the loser is drops down here.
Oh yeah.
The winner there.
The Lakers will knock Denver off though.
So that's what we.
You don't think so?
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
can.
think so.
I just think
It's a possibility in a 7-game series.
It's a little bit more of a possibility.
I mean, if you got a healthy LeBron and AD, and it's always a possibility because of the high profile. But I don't believe them. I don't really believe them.
I'm saying, can we start right there?
Their supporting cast better than Denver's.
That's another one I disagree
I don't know if
with.
they're a better team.
That's another one I disagree with.
I don't know if they're a
think-
better team.
I think
the record proves it. The performance proves it. I don't know if they're a better team.
me myself, I think this might sound crazy, But with the timing of it and the injury coming back and him not going to be able
With
to
this roster right here, they'd have played the whole season.
Who?
The Lakers.
Lakers? They won high 40 amount of games.
Yeah, but they did because you got to deal with
Yeah, I'm just saying, but that is.
Now, here's the thing I'll say about that.
Do they have enough time to be cohesive and yada, yada, yada?
I think so because they play with a guy who passes the ball a lot.
Okay.
That's how he gets you cohesive. He passes a lot.
The funny thing I saw is
He passes a lot, man. Look, here you go, Skip Bayless.
the funny thing
Go ahead, what you gonna say? Go ahead, what you gonna say? Nah, don't let it go. You just choke. Nah, don't let it go. Nope. Nah, what you gonna say, Skip? Come on, Skip.
Let it go, bro.
Oh, we gonna let it go.
Hey, yo,
Coach
not
Foley,
gonna lie.
y'all. Coach Foley, y'all.
Both of them teams are not going to advance.
Who?
The Warriors and the Lakers. Both of those teams are not going to advance, man.
I don't
It
know.
takes-
The Warriors gonna get everybody back.
Man, look, man.
Well, except for Wiggins.
All this stuff means something, man. Yo! Can we stop right there for a second? Just for
Yo, that was wild.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
All this is a preface by allegedly.
Nah, we're not gonna go on that story, man, because it's more, we need more info.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% positive. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I heard that was a real foul.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
That was a real foul. I mean, not saying I believe it, but I heard that.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone, bro. I'm gonna leave that alone.
What is that?
Don't hurt me.
Yo, fuck back though, man, because
Come on, man,
Curry
fight
my guy.
Fight it off, E. Wiggins. Come on,
Nah,
man.
he can't come
I
back.
don't know what the fuck it is.
He
though,
can't
man.
come back. He can't.
Here's the thing I say, I'm like, well, what the fuck is it? Not injury related. Now I ain't saying you gotta tell me. I'm not saying you gotta
If
tell
what
me.
happened,
Screams.
he can't come back.
Okay.
But it screams of
I'm saying he could come back.
some shit like that.
He could come back if he got skin like nails. You know what I mean? Big balls.
It'd have been back.
Yeah, if he got big balls and he got that reptile skin.
It'd
Well,
have
they
been
ain't
back.
big nothing.
Yeah, it wouldn't. You know what I mean? But
It'd have been back.
nah, you can't be on the court with niggas. Nah,
Because certain ones gonna use that.
niggas is like, man, yo, I fucked with you. Yo, I hit two.
Niggas tell you she tastes like honey nut Cheerios.
Yo, nigga, like, yo, I hit two. Nigga.
Oh, I thought, man, that was one of the craziest things
That's
I
what's
ever
gonna
heard.
happen at the
In
ultimate
that
level.
animals.
At the ultimate level,
Nigga.
bro. At the ultimate level, yeah.
It's the foul.
Like honey nut Cheerios.
Yeah, the ultimate
Get the
level.
nigga. Yeah, I gotta see you by the bus. What the fuck you just said, cuz? Holy smokes, nah, man. Your son, that's not your
What
son.
did she do?
But listen,
Allegedly. Allegedly.
What if she do smell like honey nut Cheerios?
well,
She might.
she very well might. That's
What if you do that though? What if you do that? Like,
If being a basketball player, she might run into someone who may be able to tell you what she smelled like.
you gotta deal with that.
every girl want to date a 6'11" nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
6'11",
You
nigga.
know?
Big ass giant. Big ass giant and shit.
Weirdo niggas.
I mean, I guess now everybody smell like weed, but back in the days, you might have wanted to smell like honey nut Cheerios, and that's what she smelled like. Check Rock.
He was dead. Yeah, he was dead. KG got some of the hardest lies though, man. But that's a different.
Hey, Charlie Villanueva.
Nigga say he see
Allegedly.
like a cancer patient.
You look like a cancer patient. Wow.
That nigga had alopecia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alopecia.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, alopecia. That nigga. That's fucked up.
Allegedly, man. Allegedly.
Nah, he said that.
Allegedly.
This is the experience, man.
He said that shit.
Rocking with us. We will be back next week. Closing the thing. That's fucked up.
Yo.
Hey, man, shout out to all of the people with alopecia, man.
Yeah.
This is not a direct shot at you. This has everything to do
Jada
with Kevin.
nigga, what up?
This
Don't be talking about my wife like that, boy. Keep my wife name on your mouth, nigga. Keep my wife name on your mouth, nigga.
You send Will up here, nigga. You send Will up here, nigga. You send Will up here. Woo. Man.
It may not go the way you thought.
Nah, it ain't gonna go that way.
First,
Bang, bang,
You won't see the world this time.
boy,
You won't see the world this
They
time.
say bang, bang, bang. Hey, the body
You
boy
won't see the world this time. Not gonna happen.
Nah, it's good rocking with y'all tonight, man.
Not
You
gonna
know,
happen, man.
definitely good rocking with y'all tonight, man.
thank y'all for walking with us.
You know,
From a boy Fresh Fire, man.
yes,
Not
sir.
rocking with the best.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you. We out. Take us out of here fresh.
We live at the Fire Nights podcast, man, and there's certain moments that you have when you do these things, and I think it's more the moment.
These guys came from Woodland, Delaware.
Where are you from?
Now, who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him.
Listen, man, it's your boy